I'll be coming home. When that foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. Don't have to fear it now. I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will flow into the misty. When the foghorn blows, I'll be coming home. And when that foghorn whistle blows, I wanna hear it. Don't have to fear it now. I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will flow into the misty. Come on, girl. Too late to stop now. Nice, thank you. Right on.
I had a little bad news.
What happened?
I forgot to take it off mute when we're talking.
The whole time we were talking?
Yeah, until the song goes on. So,
We'll be doing dubs. I mean, what are those phrasings underneath?
Yeah.
Closed caption.
nothing came through, but that's okay. The important thing is the song came through.
Yeah.
I
Gary,
realized
we'll
that
blame it on Gary.
because I was looking at the meters and it was grayed out.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Gary. Get that Gary. Get him.
Yeah. So, just to get back to the beginning,
Okay.
I just want to welcome Ranj. Ranj Singh. He's a well-known guitarist, singer, songwriter. I've met him many years ago, and at I think it was songwriting circle or something like that.
Yeah, the act, I believe it was. Yeah.
It's kind of amazing how he put some of the songs together, and I was also complimenting about his 12-string guitars, how it, some of the things that he was doing sounds like a sitar, and that some of the influence that he's bringing to the table here are in Indian music. So it's I've listened to Ranch a few times, but I didn't really click in that this is the 12-string and how it all sound with being a sitar and all that, and
Wow, nice.
playing some of the notes that you're playing. No, it's not just that. It's just the way that you play some of the songs. The melody
Yeah.
is very Indianish,
Nice.
and that's what makes it different. Makes a 12-string different
Yeah.
because see, had that flavor in there.
Yeah.
It's almost like adding some masala or.
What a nice term right there. Adding masala to the mix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, excellent. So we missed some of the things that we talked about, but usually, with Dad's music, we talked about the influence, like each one of us that's been influenced by when we're childhood and our music, and also Ranch was saying he was playing at the Royal Thompson Hall in Toronto when he was 22 years old. Maybe you can just reiterate that. Just
Yeah,
what was that all about?
it was the first gig. I joined a folk Punjabi music band in the early '80s, and I had no desire to play Indian music. I honestly didn't even care about my culture at that time. Hardly spoke any Punjabi. Listened to CCR and Meatloaf and Boston, and those were my go-tos. Jimi Hendrix, and so no interest in Indian music. We did have it always playing at home when we were kids growing up. My mom would always have an LP playing in the background, and so I listened to it, but I didn't understand the lyrics, so I just kind of stayed away. I had a friend of mine. We were first semester of college. For my birthday, he bought me tickets to go see a concert, and I'm like, okay. I had no idea where we were going, what the concert was. We get there, it's an Indian concert, husband and wife, Jagjit Singh, Chitra Singh. And the curtains open, and I'm going, what the heck is this? And there's just a couple sitting on the ground with a harmonium, and then there was a flute player, a tabla player, and two acoustic guitar players. They're all sitting on the ground in QE Theater in this giant stage. I'm going, oh, this is going to be really boring. And they started playing, and I had tears in my eyes within 30 seconds because it was just the most beautiful music. And I said to him after, thanked him, and I said, I need to know more about this. He goes, okay, that's good, because my brother has a band. Do you want to join it? So I said, okay. So went to the first practice. We practiced for 2 months, and then we did our first show. Now, it was unheard of. You play your first show in front of 3 people, not 2,000.
Yeah, and so you were touring and going.
We're back and forth to Toronto a lot. We came back here, did a show at Massey Hall in New Westminster. Yeah, and then there was a lot of wedding receptions, a lot of Sikh temple ceremonies, wedding ceremonies in the morning, all kinds of different things. So I was introduced to my culture, and I learned a lot more about it and started respecting it more, and learned a lot more how to speak Punjabi and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we toured all over North America for 9 years. 9 years we were together.
Yeah.
Over 2,000 shows I know for a fact, and it was unbelievable. It was a great experience, So. Yeah.
And now you're playing a lot of different places, and I see you're booked into a lot of places. You got a tour coming up?
Mini tours in Nanaimo in the middle of June. About 4 shows in 3 days. So it's nice, But never really reached out far for tours and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to get, as we all are, through this last couple of years, trying to get back on our feet, and doors and windows are starting to open up, and more gigs are starting to pop up. So it's it's a nice feeling.
So yeah, I'm touring the island too in June, June 1st, playing in Tofino.
Nice.
And Little Ronnie's, and June 3rd, playing at Charles Landing in Port Alberni. June 4th, playing at Duncan Showroom.
And you're doing your new music, the pop jazz?
Yeah, I got
right on.
New pop jazz going with some new songs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take on my tour, so we're gonna work on them. We got I had a show cancel last night. We were supposed to start off with some stuff, but I guess it's okay. Just give us more time to practice.
Yeah, your throat said no. So,
yeah, I can't sing right now.
Yeah,
I can sing, but you couldn't tell that I'm a singer.
Yeah.
I'm all stuffed up anyway too. So the drum's nice. I'll play some stuff with you.
Right on.
Yeah. Maybe we should do some more songs.
Sure. This is a title track off the second album called "Found a Way Home."
Yeah.
And it just tells a story about that all those years being on the road. I was in 2 bands. One for the folk Punjabi in the 80s. In the 90s, I was in a band called Dal Dil Fog, which got international acclaim and success. We toured India for 5 weeks, and all over North America once again. But we used to blend Bhangra music with rock and roll, and nobody was doing that. So it took off for us, and it was really, really a big part of my chunk of my life. So I combined my Indian roots with kind of Western folk melodies and stuff. And this song, "Found a Way Home," is about touring. being on the road, being away from family, missing Christmases, New Year's, and everything else, birthdays, and then having that support to always come back and find your way back home. So.
How can this be? We both work so hard and barely make ends meet. Through all this time we stood our line, counted nickels, saved our dimes. Money would come, and just like that it would go. Remember my dream, where I swore I'd make us rich beyond our needs, and my blue guitar would take us far. I'd be playing songs for movie stars. Well, came back down to reality. Look how far we've come. Look at all we've done. The road ahead might twist and turn and fade away, but we've always found a way home. Yeah, we've always found a way home. I'm not ashamed. I can wear the same old blue jeans every day, and we may not have a place of our own, but the things we got are the things we love, and maybe that's all we really need. I think I understand that there never really was a master plan. If we live our life one day at a time, everything will be just fine, and never forget our journey to heal. 'Cause look how far we've come. Look at all we've done. The road ahead might twist and turn and fade away, but we've always found a way home. Yeah, we've always found a way home. We've always found a way home.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're playing C sharp. I love it.
Oh, this guitar is tuned to Dadgad. Yeah. My friend Dan Huguet was our violin player in the
Yeah.
in the band, and the little solo piece is something he wrote, and I've never been able to play that on a regular guitar, so I switched to this tuning, and then I said, I wonder if Found a Way Home will work, and it works, and I can play his solo on there.
Yeah.
But he used to be so upset. He goes, nobody plays in C sharp, Ranch, and the violin is as difficult enough as it is. So he had to reconfigure all the time for all our originals. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Guitar players usually don't play anything in C sharps and E flats and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. And I think the sitar is tuned to C, a B flat, so we
Yeah.
tune to accordingly. Yeah, it's frustrating.
But
It works.
yeah, a lot of piano songs actually in C sharp.
Yep. Yeah.
A lot of Beethoven's in C sharp.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's got all sharps. It's when you're playing C sharp, it's like
Wow.
that's so this is C.
That's more familiar.
Yeah, that's a C. So you can play these notes, all white notes, but C sharp, it's all black notes, but it's got some mix.
See, that sounds way prettier. The C sharp to me, it's like there's notes that
Well, that's
you're not.
probably why Beethoven writes, because one of the most famous Beethoven song like this one, C
Yeah.
sharp.
Wow, that's right. Wow. Now, see, now I'm more inspired to get as obtuse as I can with
Yeah.
these chords and notes.
It's you know what? There's probably there's some reasons for some of the tunings where some songs are good to be in just A majors and all that.
Yeah,
But I think some songs are good to be in E flat.
yeah.
A lot of Elton John's actually in E flat
Wow.
and B flats and
Like when he's playing live, is that what he does?
yeah.
Or because I know some artists change it for the studio.
Oh
On
yeah.
purpose.
See, but I love playing stuff in E flat.
Oh,
It's it's just what you're used to.
yeah,
So once you had it down, then it doesn't really matter what key.
yeah.
It's just the only key that I don't really like is G flat or F sharp.
I'm gonna write all G flat and F sharps from now on.
Wow.
Just the challenge. That's what I love about it. When I was able to form our band, Ranj, Singh, and the Discriminators, the guys are all gifted and talented musicians, and I believe they were all literate in music. And I can't read and write music, but I play by ear. So when I would explain something, it was like either I would hum it or I would play it and say, well, this, and this. And they'd look at it and they go, oh, it's in this key, and let's do this and let's do that. So they all communicated with that.
Yeah.
But what I loved the most about it, Peter, was playing a riff, and then they had to stop and say, how did you do that? I'm going, oh, it's like this. And they go, it took just a little bit longer to learn that. They couldn't put it out in notation or anything like that. It was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but once you got it, then you got it. It was there for life. So I love that, the challenge. I would, every time somebody, but how'd you play that? I'm going, yes, because then that means you had to think twice about what it was that we just played. So it's cool.
Well, yeah, I would be asking that for sure because I don't play guitar, so wouldn't even know. So you're just going back to this theme of dad's music.
Yep.
What kind of some of the people that influence you when you're younger in some of the music that you're writing?
I think I was always humming and singing since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And my mom she was talented. She could sing and she could play the traditional Indian drum, the dholak.
Yeah.
So I remember that as an influence. My dad could sing. He had a really nice voice. So there was always Indian music, like I said, mentioned, up in the background of our home growing up. We grew up on a farm in Cloverdale. So life was all about work for us. Just work. There was 5 brothers. We're all 1 year apart. My poor mom. The days of cloth diapers, too. But so my brothers were all musicians. And in the band, when I played in the 90s, all but one of them, the 4 of us were in that band together that toured internationally. So that was a huge treat. But we used to, as kids, growing up on the farm, we'd take 5-gallon pickling cucumber buckets, flip them upside down, make a drum kit,
Yeah.
take yardsticks, put rubber bands on them. Those were our guitars. And we were little kids, and we were doing that, mimicking the Beatles or whatever we could. And then later on, my brother, he joined grade 7 band class. And then when grade 8, he started. And during the summer, schools closed down. He earned the teacher's trust, and asked if he could take a guitar amp home and a guitar home for the summer. The teacher gave him everything. Oh, we're just sitting here anyways. Take the drums, take the guitars, take the bass, everything. So every summer we had instruments, and we just, not knowing what we're doing, we jammed and started learning and stuff, and that's how.
Wow.
Yeah, the career started back then, just jamming with my brothers.
So are they older brothers or younger?
No, I'm number 2 out of 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my eldest brother, he was our lead guitarist. He passed away 3 years ago. He was a rock god of the family, and my one younger than me was our bass player, and one younger than him, Av, he was our dolic player and percussionist. So, yeah, we had the whole thing. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and the chemistry, you develop with your brothers, and then you get to play in a professional band with them.
Yeah.
It was a whole different level. It was just unbelievable. It was a lot of fun.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's how the Jackson 5 started.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we weren't forced into anything. We just did it on our own, with the love and the passion for it. And
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Well, so are they still playing, or are you still playing with them?
No, like I said, my older one, he passed away. I'm the only one who stayed with music, but my the two younger brothers, especially my youngest one, he decided to stay in school and get a degree, which is, I should have followed his footsteps, because they've done really well for themselves. This has been my love and my passion. I worked a night job for 16 years. A lot of folks don't know that all those gigs I played with the band, and prior to that was just my Chris Dufault and I duet for years before I formed a band. After every show, after every gig, be it 10 o'clock finish, 11, 12, 1, or whatever, 1 in the morning, the guys would hang out to the bar and have a nice time, or hang out with their friends. And I'd go into my car, change into my work clothes, and go to work every night.
Huh.
And that was for 16 years, night shift, driving 400 kilometers a night, and the same route every single night. And you meet nobody. Everything's closed. It's all locked. It's a security kind of delivering inter-office mail,
Yeah.
and that was my life for all these years. And it was
Wow.
getting to me, and I hated the fact that I was so tired after, after having a great time playing gigs, and some nights you have that crowd is just behind you, and you feel the energy, and then you got to go to work, and come home at 6, 7 in the morning, and just dead tired. So I quit that job a month ago. Now I'm a full-time musician, and it's been a dream come true. So now,
Yeah.
that's why I can actually be here right now. Otherwise, I would be like, oh, I can't do this, Peter. I got to go to work, because
Yeah.
work always took over priorities.
Usually that's what a lot of musician has to do.
Yeah,
Have a second job.
yeah.
Has to pay
But
the bills, so
yeah, now I'm a free bird now. So
Yeah.
looking forward to this.
So, I just, I guess I worked enough to semi-retire.
Good
do
for you.
this.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't go into music until 2019.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I just playing for fun, just
Yeah.
for not serious.
Yeah.
But now I'm serious. Now I need to monetize.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a course at BCIT.
For on what?
It's on music business.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a course at BCIT.
you've already started it?
Yep. So I'm on my second semester.
And how is that? Is that how you came about doing all this then?
No, I started this. I started a lot of things, but it kind of gives me, lets me know that I'm going in the right direction. It helps me with a lot of other things too, like writing for grants, applications, and now we're dealing with law. music law, so contracts, agreements and all that stuff. And yeah, it's so like how to get to and the whole concept of how about getting it out there to the radio and getting the music, different ways of writing and promoting yourself, and try to do things at a professional level. That's what the course is for.
So have you? This is the first time you've announced this, or have you announced this before publicly?
Mention it before, yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen. You're going to get people like me calling you all the time. Hey, Peter, how do I do this? Hey, Peter, what do I do? Hey, how do I get to this grant? How do I?
This thing. This is what we're doing right now. Is part of what they're saying. Like what you need to do is you just need to network with people, because you never know. You get gigs all like, especially when you know somebody that has a certain talent or skill you can bring in. When you come across these gigs, you find that, and it just opened up more opportunities.
Yeah. Well,
and you know what? There's a lot of times too. I could go and actually put on my own, be my own promoter, and do my own thing. I just need to bring in, because usually if I'm not, I might not be the band that brings in enough people.
Yep.
So if I have like about 4 different bands, 4 different artists, we can all get together and do a show at a nice venue.
Yeah.
And be able to sell the tickets for it, because enough people will.
Yeah.
You can. It's all about the ticket sales. If you don't think that you have that draw, you can't go and and go into like a big venue like the Columbia or something like that.
Yeah.
Or is it Columbia or?
New Westminster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you want to play a nice venue, you can do it. You can just get a bunch of, get 4 or 5, I don't know, 3 other artists.
Yeah.
And just
Get them, bring their crowd in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I find that's where I'm always. I play so many shows. I played 5 shows this weekend alone.
Yeah.
And 2 yesterday. It was like 7 hours of singing and playing, 2 different venues. Playing so often, people don't come out because they can see me anywhere, hear me anywhere.
Yeah.
So
that's what tour comes in.
yeah, get out of this area, and I know that's why I'm so looking forward to Nanaimo. I'll be playing to people who've never heard me before, and that's what I love about this business the most. Is when I do play, I'm the worst marketing person there is in the world. Like, I will announce a gig an hour before I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
And people get mad at me, upset at me, and I go, you guys know, if you need to know where I'm playing, if you really want to come, you can give me a shout, call, and I'll tell you. But I do that for a reason.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, but
Like
I purposely do that for a reason, because I like going to play at rooms where nobody knows me, because that's when you get the true opinion. Now, if I can easily pack a place probably with a couple of hundred people if I wanted to, if I pushed myself. And if they're serving alcohol, they're all going to have a few beverages and hoot and holler that Ranj is the greatest thing in the world. I don't want that. I need to hear from people who've never ever heard of me, and that's what happened last night in Abbotsford.
That's one of the things that I like about some of the places I'm playing at.
Yeah.
They don't serve alcohol.
Oh.
The people that comes, they're just concert halls.
They're there to hear music.
They're 100% for you.
Wow, that's the prime venues.
I like those places.
Yeah.
And I prefer, so I make it an objective to go after these places.
Yeah.
There are, some of them do have a wine, but their focus is presenting the music, presenting the musician.
Nice.
And they're not having you there as background music.
Yeah.
So that's what I try to focus on.
Nice.
But if a pub comes and calls, I got to pay you this much to play, and I won't say no, because money is money.
Yeah. Well, this is our livelihood too.
Yeah.
But No, those are the dream gigs. You know, I get those every now and then, once in a blue moon, not as often as I would like.
Yeah.
But to have there's this one pub I play in Port Coquitlam. A lot of people, because they've been doing it for a while, go there just to hear music. So they're serving beer and everything else, and then sometimes there's a crowd that comes in a little bit louder, but majority of the people go there just to hear music, and it's just a great experience. You know?
Yeah, there's a couple of pubs and venues that are like that.
See, and you were talking about networking. I book artists at the Paddle Wheeler. I've been booking them there for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So we have an acoustic afternoon series on Saturdays from 1 to 4, and a new artist every week. And I rotate about 5 or 6 people through the whole schedule. My deal with them is I'm not taking any commission booking you guys. And they're like, okay, then how are you making any money? I said, just book me in exchange. And so doing that, I've gotten a lot of gigs at places I would never even applied to.
Yeah.
And they'll recommend me here, recommend me there, and more doors open, more windows open. And it's more lucrative to do that than take a 15-20% commission on a booking. So it's worked out real, and the network, we're just musicians helping musicians. It works out really well. So
yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's why I have you here.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help me out.
That's right.
And I'll help you out.
That'll be happening.
Yeah. So let's do another song.
Sure. There's a song called "Summer Days." Wrote it for my best friend, who I was mentioning is a tabla player that we were talking earlier. He over a dozen years ago, so he used to call me up. He goes, "Hey, Ranj, remember when we used to do this? Remember when we used to do that? You know, we're older. We got white beards, and kids are adults and empty nesters. You know, and remember we used to do this? Remember we used to do that?" And he just kept, I didn't know what to say to him. So one day I just said, "Look, dude, those days are great memories, but they're gone. You know, and it was summer days and all that fun we had. It was great." But so I wrote this song in his honor and sent it to him. I think I made him even more sad, but it's all right. That's what best friends do. Summer days. This is yes, standard tuning for once. Actually, I was just mentioned that this song, when we recorded it, that first album, it was live off the floor, the whole album. It was recorded in 10 days. And the philosophy was, the producer, Wickham Porteous, said, leave the back door of the studio open. And whoever walks in, he'll talk to him and deal with them. So if you had walked in and Wickham goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "My name is Peter. What do you do?" "Oh, I play piano." "Okay, get out there." That's how the album was done.
Yeah.
And in walked in my friend John Bottomley, Juno Award winner. And on this song, he goes, "Hey, can I play a piano on your song?" Are you kidding me? So just here, this is the first time since then that I've had a piano accompany me on this song. So it's a real honor for me. So I just want to thank you for that.
Wow. A lot of pressure,
It's just a Juno.
Remember our old stomping grounds, just a place we could be ourselves and hang around. And we talk about the days gone by and where we'd be a dozen years down the road. And oh, don't it feel it was so long ago. So many memories, where did the years go? And I will always keep each memory in reach. I just wanted you to know. And I will never forget those summer days with you, my friend. No, I will never forget those crazy days with you, my friend. Look where we are standing today. Did you ever dream things would turn out this way? And just like you, I'm a father too. I got responsibilities, I got everything I need, and all those dreams of yesteryear. Maybe it's time for some of them to disappear. Look into your children's eyes, you will see the same fire that burned inside of you and me. Man is right there for all to see, and all their dreams we can help them to achieve. Still, I will never forget those summer days with you, my friend. No, I will never forget those crazy days with you, my friend. Those summer days with you, my friend. No, I will never forget those crazy days with you, my friend. And sometimes I do wish we could do it all again. Yes, sometimes I do wish we could do it all again.
Nice. Thank you, sir. Right on.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's been a blast.
That's yeah. So, let's see. I took my phone away. I have no idea what time it is.
Where's Gary? Gary.
I don't even know where I put my phone.
Oh.
There it is.
7:57, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're coming into a conclusion of our show for tonight. Well, yeah, I need to. You know what? I'm gonna talk to you some more afterward
All right, cool.
about the whole business thing.
Yeah.
You probably have the same problem dealing with booking venues and doing all that stuff. So, actually come up with a computer program that does that for me.
You're a genius. You're just this hidden genius, aren't you?
Well, I used to work for NAF Canada.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that, but I used to design I was the guy that designed the engineering document and data tracking system.
Holy smokes.
For all the control towers, to track all the engineering works. And
See, I still have a Commodore 64, so
yeah,
wow.
that's what I used to do.
Wow, that's impressive, man.
And
Very impressive.
I designed this program that helps them track every cable that comes out of a device if you can picture, like, Nav Canada, he's got this room that's like 3 times the size of my house, and all you got in it is this racks and racks of computers and radar like devices that controls. See, what they do is that they built the control towers on sitting on top.
Yeah.
So all those control screens and how they communicate with all the airplanes and everything. So this is right across the country, not just one tower. It's right across the country. It's the same thing.
Wow.
So as a matter of fact, Surrey, the control tower for pretty much all of southern BC, as a matter of, actually all of BC, is in Surrey.
Like a.
So, yeah, so that means they manage all the planes flying in and out of BC at one location in Surrey.
Is that right?
Yeah. So that means Kelowna, Abbotsford, all these, Prince Rupert,
Yeah.
all these airport
Yeah.
are controlled by Surrey.
Wow. That's. 'Cause one of my dear friends is a commercial pilot.
Yeah.
And he's always telling me these technical things and all this stuff. And now you just told me the other side of it.
So the whole point of the controllers is that they manage all the planes, the elevations,
altitudes,
and
everything.
altitudes, and the weather, and all that stuff. That's why all the radars have to be constantly maintained, and so.
Huh.
So that means they need lots and lots of engineering.
Yeah.
So if you have lots and lots of engineering, you need to have a system that manages all the drawings for whatever they design. You need drawings, all the data, all the documents that has to go with, making a control tower.
You just blew my mind.
Millions and millions and bits and pieces of,
Yeah.
data information. And on top of that, there's another program that's also under my wing that tracks each and every piece of the cable that comes out of one device that goes into another device. So we're talking about billions of pieces of cables that needs to be tracked. That's why we have computers.
Yeah. My grandfather always used to say in Punjabi, "Loka nu bulaida," which means talk to people, because you never know who you're sitting next to, and that's just what's happened here.
Yeah.
I've learned so much. Just from I've known your name for years. Like we met a long, long time ago, and I've always seen your postings and some of your videos and your performances and stuff, and I didn't know the other side of you.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so difficult to manage all my contacts for venues, to book shows, everything from, getting contact and sending out invoice. So
Yeah.
I designed a program
Oh,
to manage all that.
I have
So
nightmares.
once in a while, I send people, I click one button and send everybody an email. And then, when I want to book a show, I find out all my contacts, and I just click one contact and book the show, and then from the show, it also I grab all the songs I want to play, because like for different shows, I have a song list, because I play with other people. I need to give them a song list, so a lot of times I couldn't just wing it. I play with a trio. They need to know what song I got to play.
Yeah.
Right, so I need to make up a song list for every show I do. So this way, I can, if there's a duplicate showing, duplicate the song list, and I can post songs, and on also these songs are also attached to all the chord sheets.
You're just blowing my mind, man.
So all I do is generate a song list, and I send a whole package to the musician. Here's all your chords. Here's all your chart. Here's the list of songs we're gonna do. And I do that in 5 minutes.
Do you know how much time I spend doing what you? Like I use an old calendar that's mounted on the wall. And then my daughter a year ago said, "Dad, why aren't you using your Google Calendar?" I says, "I like to see it, marked somewhere."
So we'll talk more.
All right, please.
So I'm gonna wrap this show up. And I'm just gonna go and change the screen because I want to tell everybody what we got coming next week.
Cool.
So this is next week. Danny is my guest, and she actually goes to this. She's we go to school together.
Oh, wow.
She's on the BCIT music course, and I'm gonna ask her to come in, and also a couple of the students from the course. There's another thing about the course too. I meet a lot of great people. You know,
Yep.
some of the students want to be producers. They're sound engineers. So I have Cam is gonna come in and help me run the sound, and Danny's gonna come and do the show. She's just got back from Hawaii, lucky girl. And a lot of these, and you know, some of them are actually very talented people. You know, and they're taking the course because having talent's one thing, but
Yeah.
understanding the industry
That's
and the business behind all of it
yeah. That's where I'm
is
just
another.
so lost and confused, and I just give up. I just seriously just I can't do this. I can't deal with this, and I just keep doing what I'm doing. And it's, you know, I can play a couple hundred shows a year, but I should be. I've always been told that you should be playing somewhere else. You know, not. You know, I love the farmers markets. I sell a lot. I'm still one of the rare artists. I sell about during the farmer market before COVID. I was selling 1,000 CDs a year
Wow.
religiously. All my 3 albums are all into third print.
Yeah.
And so I've always sold them at the markets and stuff. Those venues, people still gobbled them up, and it was really nice. So it's starting to come back, and I'm still starting to move CDs again. So it's that side of it I'm okay, comfortable with. But marketing, man, just the word scares me on its own. But
Yeah, it's okay. Well, we'll chat some more.
sounds good.
So I hope to see everybody next week, and I hope my co-hosts get better, and
Yeah.
and I won't have Gary here because he's got COVID and he's going to surgery and everything. So I'm not gonna have Gary back for a while, but yeah, I think maybe Cam might take over.
Right on. Thanks, Peter.